Okay, today I'm going to show you how to set two crystal sizes. I'm going to show you how to set the SS20 and the SS34. Okay, first we're going to set the SS20, and I'm using the Little Wonder. And Little Wonder does not have a SS20 crystal setter die. They have the 1/4 spot setter, but I've found that you can use the 1/4 spot setter to set the 20 size crystal. Okay, first of all, what I do is I set the little guide to where I want the crystal set, and then I place, let's make it a little bit more, then I place the biothane or leather, you can use both, and I press down to kind of like get a little circle to where the crystal's going to be set, so it's kind of like my guide. That way I can make sure it sets pretty good. Okay, and then let's see, I'm going to take one of these little, you can't really see it, it's so small, 20 SS rim, or I'm sorry, the 1/4 inch rim setting, and then I'm going to bend the leg slightly outward so it gets a tight fit. Let's see, I didn't get a tight fit, so it kind of fell out, so I have to bend the legs a little bit more. So you bend the legs until you get a nice tight fit, and then you find your circle, your little guide that you just did before you put that in there, and you place the crystal on it. And let's see here, and then you kind of line it up with the hole. And I've also found if your crystal's like slightly towards the back, it does a better job of setting. And then you just slowly push down. And I've found that pressure matters, so it's all getting pressure, so you need to practice, which I've had a lot of practice. So, okay, and then there's what it looks like. Let me see. And then if you flip it over, and then sometimes what I'll do is if it needs to be set so it's not, doesn't catch on the hair, I'll just slightly tap it with, but make sure when you tap it on leather, because you don't want to crack the crystal. So I'll just tightly tap it with my hammer, and it sets beautifully. Okay, now I'm gonna swap out the dies. Now let's see, I should have had everything together before I started this video, but I didn't. So I'm gonna use this little, and then we're gonna put the 5/16 crystal bottom in, and then the top. And I've found I've used about the same distancing on both of these. So again, we'll start by marking it. And it leaves like, you see, it's kind of like a little, I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to get it to show it, but it, well, not really showing up, but you will see it in person. And then, well, I thought I had one of those crystals sitting here. Let me grab one real quick. And then with the 5/16, sometimes you have to bend the leg a little. It just kind of depends, because you just want a tight fit. And you just do the same thing. You just line it up. This way you just kind of center it over the crystal, and you just slowly push down, and you can see how it's like, and you just keep pushing. Now you've got to be careful not to push too hard, or you can crack the crystal. So once you get your distancing down and you practice a lot, you'll be able to get this, and you'll be able to do it rather fastly, or rather fast. Sorry, I get a little nervous when I'm videoing. Anyways, that is how you set your crystals. Now I'm going to show you another way of setting them. You can always mark again, and then when you mark, I don't know if you'll be able to see this because of the lighting, but what you'll do is in the center holes you can take this little, this is a handy little tool I use a lot, and you can actually just cut the holes, which I have to do this with 3/8 because the Weaver doesn't sell the adapter anymore. I have the adapter, but I can see why they quit selling it because sometimes it's a little hard to set with that crystal setter. So what I do is I usually just get it started, and then I get it, sorry about that. I get it started, and then I'll press it through with the Weaver. And then once you cut the holes, you kind of just push it in, not all the way, and then you just place the crystal under it, and then you just place it under the machine, line everything up, and then you just press down like you were setting it, and it still sets beautifully, and on the back it does too. So that's just another way you can set them, and you can also set them that way if you don't have this machine. I find it tedious and a little harder and time consuming, but it'll do the job. Okay, thanks for watching.